All right, everybody. Next up, we have Jeremy Danielson, and he is an incredible learner. He's always striving to learn new things, and so today he's going to teach us what he's learned about building an AI board of advisors. Jeremy's background is that at one point he was an aspiring professional golfer. And he also earned a business degree before going to Drake Law School. So when he started his firm, he wanted to build it in a way that was really unlike most law firms. And he's really done an incredible job creating a firm that does an unbelievable volume of real estate transactions, like hundreds of real estate closings a month. And so I can't wait to hear what he has to teach us about AI Board of Advisors. So Jeremy, come on up.
All right. Good afternoon. We've almost made it through an entire day. Let's see. All right. Go on this journey with me. Picture this. It's 9 p.m. on a Tuesday. You're sitting at home in front of your computer, staring at a problem you've never encountered before. Maybe it's a complex client issue outside your usual scope. Maybe it's a technology roadblock that's stopping you from understanding the effectiveness of a recent advertising campaign you started. Or maybe yet, it's a cash flow crunch. It's worrying you about your ability to make payroll next month. We've all been there. That moment when we realize that law school didn't prepare us for this, for running a law firm. When you feel the weight of every decision, every team member counting on you, every client trusting you to have answers you simply do not have. But here's what I've learned. You don't have to figure it out alone. The game changer isn't just asking for help. It's having that help available for you exactly at the time of need. Whether it's at the office, at home, or even in your car. My name's Jeremy Danielson. I own a transactional real estate firm in Des Moines, Iowa. And today I want to share with you how I built what I call an AI board of advisors. Virtual versions of business icons like Sheryl Sandberg for operations, Steve Jobs for innovation, and Mike Michalowicz with his Profit First experience. This approach has transformed my law firm from those lonely late-night stress sessions to rapid problem solving that moved us from cash flow crunch to setting monthly revenue records in just 5 months. So let's dive in. All right. We're going to go back to March. Come back to March of this year with me. I was staring at a credit card bill much higher than normal, and cash flow was so tight that I couldn't pay it in full as I normally did. My chest tightened, my heart sank, and I felt like I was failing my team and my family. I didn't know what to do next. Instead of sitting alone with all of that anxiety, I decided to take one small step forward to try to make this situation better. My first call was actually with Tyson. I was sitting at my kitchen table. We were on a Google Meet, and Tyson asked me a question that really jolted me to my core. He said, "Jeremy, are you thinking big enough?" Got to my feet after what felt like I was hit with a haymaker. I thought for what felt like an eternity. And I told him that my words on a recent podcast appearance with my wife, Sarah, were not consistent with the firm vision I had designed last year. Looking back now, that conversation with Tyson sparked something in me, an urgency to learn, an urgency to act, but with intentionality. I didn't know it at the time, but the seeds for a premium real estate offering for my transactional law firm were planted at that moment in that conversation with Tyson. This idea could unshackle my firm from the commodity pricing trap that so many law firms fall into. I was energized. I was excited. Oh, I gotta stand closer. I was excited. But then I hit a speed bump. I logged into our CRM, ready to check results from a recent Facebook campaigns that we had started, and I saw nothing. No clear leads, no reliable data, just blank spaces where the answers should have been. I was flying blind with no instruments. Money was going out the door, but there was no way to see if the plane was even in the air. I kept bouncing between Ads Manager and HubSpot, trying to match leads to contacts, really like a detective without fingerprints. My wife asked me, "Jeremy, are these ads even working?" Honest truth was I had no idea. So I went to my Steve Jobs AI advisor, the custom GPT I created to think like the Apple founder. I laid it all out. Steve, I don't have visibility into what's happening. Click-through rate, number of leads, ROI. Why can't I see this stuff? Steve didn't waste a word. He said, first principles. If you can't measure it, you can't improve it. Where's the UTM code that tells HubSpot exactly where each lead came from? UTM code? I asked. He said, yes, the tag on the ad link. Without it, you're flying blind. I want to pause for a minute. Who here, other than my marketing companies, know what a UTM code is? How many of you are like, UT what? Excellent. So a lot of you were feeling like I was. Here's the simplest way to picture it. A UTM code is like a shipping label that tells you, you stick at the end of an ad link. It tells you where your when your package arrives, it tells you who sent it. With the label, HubSpot can tell me this person, this lead, came from that Facebook ad. That's the difference between flying blind and having radar. Okay, I said to Steve, so either our labels are broken or they're missing. And he nodded. But here's the key, Jeremy. Don't become the technician. Be the conductor. Get the right people talking. And that advice was gold for me. Instead of drowning myself in technical jargon, I took one small step forward. I connected Ivan, our HubSpot expert, with the marketing agency and gave them one clear directive. I told them every ad link must have the proper UTM label so HubSpot can read it. Here's the best part. Within a few days, the fog began to clear. We went from blindfolded to X-ray vision. Suddenly, I could open HubSpot and I could see exactly which ads were giving me which leads, and then which ads weren't performing. What would have taken me months to learn on my own, we were able to move forward on and figure out in a matter of days because I wasn't alone. A few weeks later, I was at my kitchen table again, meeting with my AI board. This time, I was trying to create a handout for the Max Law Hot Seat session in July in New York City. For those of you unfamiliar, I've met many of you at these masterminds. These are where we gather in person to bring our biggest problem or challenge and discuss it and get help from each other. I had planned to ask for help in developing these premium real estate offerings from my fellow law firm owners. But I didn't want to waste valuable time in the room. I wanted to create a handout for everybody to familiarize them with my firm's current offerings and pricings to really preserve time during that hot seat for real innovation. After only an hour, I had a handout in my hand the day before I got on a plane to New York City, and my pre-hot seat nerves vanished. I felt prepared, confident, and ready to engage with my peers about scaling my firm. Here's what drove home the versatility of this AI Board of Advisors approach. The most unexpected coaching session I had wasn't at my office, it wasn't at my car, it wasn't at home. It happened alone in my car, driving down the interstate to Indianapolis to meet a family member in need. Earlier this summer, my older brother was diagnosed with prostate cancer. And I was on my way to spend a couple of days with him before the surgery. We were going to play golf, and I was going to stay after to help take care of him, help him transition from the hospital to home, and help him get on his feet again. It was a heavy drive. A lot was on my mind, and even then, I wasn't alone. Before I left, I had built a TED Talk advisor on this very talk. I opened it in voice mode, and as I drove, the advisor was coaching me in real time on this talk. It prompted me with a story spine method, main idea, turning point, transformation, and it pushed me to give the key points of this talk, and then it gave me feedback. What did I hit well? What did I miss? It really felt like I had a live coach in the passenger seat next to me on the way to Indianapolis. That's when it hit me. It's not what your advisors know. It's the versatility of how you can ask them for help. Even on a lonely drive to an emotional family moment, I had guidance, structure, and encouragement right there with me. Each step, coach, all of you, my peers, or AI, took me from stress to action. The isolation was finally broken. And that's the point. Whether it's a marketing problem at your desk, hot seat prep before a mastermind, or a lonely highway drive heading to a family emergency, your advisors are available instantly. But what actually is an AI Board of Advisors? It's simpler than you might think, but more powerful than you'd expect. For me, it's custom GPTs, Gemini Gems, or saved Grok chats, modeled after different brilliant business people. For example, my Steve Jobs AI advisor. I created a custom GPT with this exact persona. You are a virtual innovation advisor modeled after Steve Jobs. Your role is to help a residential real estate law firm stand out from competitors. Your personality is creative, perfectionist, client-obsessed, and visionary. Push boundaries, integrate technology, and craft unforgettable client experiences. This isn't generic AI advice. This is strategic guidance tailored to my specific business challenges, available at the moment of need, without scheduling conflicts, and when your most urgent need is right there. My Mike Michalowicz Profit First advisor helped me solve a nagging doubt about my Profit First implementation. I had a suspicion that my owner's comp and tax bucket percentages weren't quite right. Too much of the money from the owner's comp bucket was going towards taxes. I wanted to figure out if this was a doubt that needed to be addressed with my CPA or not. So I asked Mike to help me review it. He requested some information from my most recent pay stub, gross pay, withholding amounts, Medicare, Social Security taxes, plus a little bit of information from a past tax return, estimated tax payments, to help me analyze it. Mike agreed that the percentages weren't right. They weren't reflecting the amount of money going to my actual compensation. This validation, and here's the key, gave me the confidence to take this conversation to my CPA with a clear proposal about restructuring my withholding and my tax payments so that the tax bucket under Profit First would accurately reflect only the taxes I pay for my quarterly distributions, and withholding would only reflect the taxes I pay with my W-2 wages. The ability to take that seed of doubt, unpack it, and explore it with my AI advisor, organize my thoughts, and confirm my suspicion allowed me to go to my CPA much more confidently. We got on the same page very quickly, and we agreed to make these changes effective January 1st in 2026. A favorite speaker of mine, Ed Mylett, talks about the power of one more. It's the idea that extraordinary results and personal breakthroughs often come from making just one additional effort, decision, or positive change, especially when it's the most difficult. And here's what I've learned that I want to share with all of you today. Asking for help is truly a superpower. Whether it's from coaches like Tyson, masterminds like Max Law, or an AI board of advisors. Self-confidence comes from keeping promises that you make to yourself. Every time I show up for Guild accountability calls on Mondays and Fridays, jump in the cold plunge, or give blessings to my boys before bed, I'm building the mindset that it takes to be a stronger leader. My AI board reinforces this by helping me follow through on commitments and maintaining momentum when human support isn't readily available. Innovation moves faster with AI partnership. The premium service concept I talked about a couple minutes ago, from Tyson's initial spark to a concrete hot seat presentation in just days, months faster than my old approach of trying to figure out everything by myself. So does this approach actually work? Let's talk about some concrete outcomes. The HubSpot tracking issue that Steve Jobs' AI diagnosed, instead of months of missing data, we identified and fixed the problem in days. One conversation with my AI advisor led to connecting the right experts, implementing simpler tracking, and suddenly having better visibility into our marketing ROI. Mike Michalowicz, financial advisor, helped me untangle a profit-first confusion, and it gave me the confidence to restructure my compensation and tax strategy. My automation advisor, modeled after Andrew Ng, founder of Coursera, teacher of millions about machine learning, tackled a different challenge. Helped me identify our financial blind spots. I asked him, why does our cash flow feel unpredictable when we're doing steady business? He guided me through building specific HubSpot reports to track our payment cycles. What we uncovered was eye-opening. It was taking an average of 28 days from the time we completed the title exam to receiving payment. But I didn't have any visibility into this problem. Andrew's systematic approach helped me uncover what felt like a random cash flow issue was actually just predictable payment delays that I could plan around. Here's the bigger picture. By August, just 5 months after that credit card bill moment I shared, we launched 6 new premium real estate offerings designed specifically for those real estate transactions. We escaped the trap of commodity pricing, and now we get paid for the value we provide to our clients. My firm celebrated its 10-year anniversary this past March. In August, we set a monthly revenue record. This room will appreciate this. More importantly, that revenue record was also a profit record. The speed of this transformation from financial stress in March to new revenue streams by late August comes directly from having that guidance available to me when I needed it. No scheduling delays, no hesitation about bothering busy people, and no dwelling on problems, hoping they're going to solve themselves. That's not the real win, though. It's not just business metrics. It's showing up stronger for my team, for my family, as a husband and a father. I'm no longer carrying the weight of every problem, every business challenge by myself. You have more energy for the relationships that matter most in your life. Picture your law firm 6 months from now. You're facing a complex challenge. Maybe it's a difficult client situation, a technology integration, or a strategic decision about expansion. Instead of that familiar pit in your stomach, you feel confident. You have a board of advisors ready to help you through the problem, each bringing a different perspective, each available instantly. You're never alone. This is not about replacing human connection. Tyson and I talk frequently. I attend every Max Law Mastermind, and I learn from thought leaders like Ed Milet and Jason Selk. It's about having support available in those crucial moments when human advisors aren't accessible. By pushing for one more call, one more act of kindness, one more day of perseverance, you can transform setbacks into opportunities and unlock new levels of growth, both personally and professionally. Today, I'm asking you to experiment. Try to build one AI advisor. Pick a business leader you admire and create a detailed persona around their expertise. Give it specific context about your practice area and challenges, then use it. Ask it those questions that you would hesitate to bother someone else with at 9 p.m. on a Tuesday night. To help you get started, I'm sharing the exact prompts I used for Steve Jobs, Sheryl Sandberg, Andrew Ng, and my TED Talk advisor. You can access them through the QR code on this site, download them, customize them for your practice, for your challenges, and begin building your own AI board today. Don't worry if you miss a QR code, find me. I'll be here today and tomorrow. I've got it on my phone for you too. Jason Selk talked to us earlier today. He's famous for his relentless solution focus concept. This becomes easier when you're not carrying the burden alone. Every step forward builds momentum. Momentum builds confidence. Fellow law firm owners, your AI board is waiting to be built. Your next innovation is waiting to be discovered. Your confidence is waiting to be unlocked. Thank you.
Everybody, let's take our seats.